Hey guys, what's going on? It is Mr. One Click Influence here to bring you another episode here. You did not read that title incorrectly. It is how to pick $1,000 per month niches in 3 easy steps. So today we're going to cover that, and we're going to take a scientific approach to niche picking, because it's so important that we get our location and our niche matched up. We have some key performance indicators here to help us get into the right niches here and the right scenarios. And so in today's video and today's news drop, we are going to cover choosing your location, choosing 5 niches in your new location that you've chosen, and how to find more niches, how to do all this. So let's go ahead, let's jump right into it. We're not going to be using too many fancy tools today. We're literally going to look up on Wikipedia the top U.S. cities over 100K population or similar, so that we can pull up all the cities in the United States that have a population greater than 100,000. And we can see here we have the heavily concentrated cities all the way down to the very end, where we have those that are just starting to peak over a 100,000 population mark. And so we can literally choose from any one of these locations in the USA and from Canada. And, you know, this works cross-regionally across the world. And we can take any one of these cities and start to do some niche research and even some city research and begin to figure out some more about a certain area that we want to go into and do one of my favorite strategies, which is launching 5 lead gen properties in 5 different niches on a given city. Okay, so for all intents and purposes, I am simply going to pick one of these from this list. Let's go ahead and go with Las Cruces, New Mexico. And let's take a look. And before I jump on, you know, think about each one of these locations, right? Because the niches we're going into, we're going to want there to be a good amount of people there. We're going to want to start hitting our KPIs, right? Population, we've already got that covered. But where are there going to be weaker competitors? Where is there going to be enough competitors, enough business owners to send leads to, and potential clients to be gained? Because the last thing we want is to go into a niche where we've built it all up and ranked it, but there's nobody, no client we can hook up with the website. So let's go ahead and jump into this, and then as we move through, we'll start to get through more of our niches, but niche KPIs. But even now, I'm keeping this in mind because we're looking for niches that will provide annually, right? And that is dependent on seasons and how seasonal the area is. So let's go ahead and jump right into things. The first thing we want to do, now that we have a potential location to go into, is to begin to run it against some of our preferred niches, some of our tried and true niches. So I'm going to come in here, put in Las Cruces, and I'm going to get here and look up a standard keyword. something along the lines of looking for windshield replacement, right? You can see right here there's some suggested search. Windshield replacement, windshield repair. These are some search terms that are often searched in this area. Windshield repair near me. So, I'm going to come down here and notice, yeah, okay. We've got Speedy Glass. Looks like a franchise. Locator's an inner page. Looks like Safelite. We have another competitor here. The Yellow Pages, which is pretty easy to rank over usually. And a few other competitors. So, anyway, we can take one of the top competitors and immediately get some data. You can see they don't have a lot of referring domains. We can see their organic keywords. You can see how much traffic they're getting each month, approximately. And we can see that there's some good search for some non-branded keywords. There's some really good search here with a very low keyword difficulty. And if we were to open up any one of these keyword variations, we would be able to see that the competitor really doesn't have that much going on, and that there's a lot of search to work with here. There's a lot of potential traffic to be gained in these locations. Okay? So, we can clearly see the competitors don't have a lot of backlinks. They don't have a lot of referring domains backlinking to them. And we previously were able to see there's plenty of search. So this looks like it would potentially be a great niche to get into. Now we do have to run it past some of our KPIs though. We have to figure out, we figured out number 2 on our location KPI. So it is there are weak competitors in this niche, but for our third here and our third here in niche KPI, we need to get these checked off. We can see on the niche KPI, we've already gotten 1 checked off. Windshield repair is not a seasonal niche, such as snow plowing, or even pest control can be more in the summertime, and definitely pool cleaning if you live in an area with harsh winters. These kinds of niches will only be part-time, and we're putting in the same amount of work and effort. So we're trying to maximize our output and do this in a very scientific, intelligent way, which is why we have these KPIs to mark our work against. And so we're going to need to figure out here there's no local regulation, make sure there's no surprises. And there's a special way we do that. Okay, so next we're going to go over to Yellow Pages, so that we're going to figure out number 3 for both of our lists here. Okay, so let's go into Yellow Pages. We're going to get our location there. And now we're going to be able to look up windshield repair. And we want to make sure there's enough businesses to send leads to. And there are plenty of people out here. So if we messed it up with one person or something happened, it's not the end of the world. Right? Looks like there's a lot of Safelite. The first 4 may be Safelite, if not 5 or 6 of them. So we want to account for that as well. But it looks like there's still at least 8 to 10 different businesses here, which still falls within a good range. So there's a very high probability that somebody's going to be wanting to work with us, especially any one of these individuals who doesn't have a website. Or maybe they just don't have their website listed. But see, that's still a problem for these businesses, even if their website's not listed. So we can see here, we've found there are enough business owners to send leads to and potentially gain a client out of. And next, we're going to need to do some search into the regulations and the local conduct of business in this particular area. Because myself, I am not personally very familiar with New Mexico's laws, nor this city as of now. And, you know, that's where coming in and speaking to these individuals is really going to play a huge hand to your favor. Because we're able to call them and let them know immediately, hey, is this Balboa Auto Glass? Awesome. Hey, I noticed your guys' website isn't showing up on Yellow Pages. And if they don't say anything, I'd ask if they have a website. Do you have a website? Oh, really interesting, huh? Well, that's pretty cool because, you know, what I do is I test Google updates, and I've been able to come in and help people like yourself in this scenario. And you're going to want to work at it a bit. It is definitely much easier when you have leads in hand to really be able to offer them something. But, you know, you can offer them something like an SEO audit, or even just putting a page up for them. Something simple like that. Just call up a few of them and let them know what you do without sounding like marketing or sales, really. There's no need for that because really we're just letting them know, hey, your website's not up. Do you know how to do that? I actually can help with this. But I'm really interested first. There's some things we got to cover. What are the legalities here? What is, not even legalities, but, you know, how do you normally get your clients is a great first question. Because that opens up the doorway to seeing how the operations work. For instance, in Illinois, I know there was a city where, you know, we're unable to get leads to said business owner because all of the accidents were through all the insurance, the auto insurance covered the bill, and so the auto glass companies went right through the insurance. It just wasn't a viable business option. So we want to make sure, we want to protect our investment, and we want to make sure that if we go into this, it's going to actually be able to work in this area, and also it's a bonus if we can find somebody who's already kind of interested, and they're kind of already on the bandwagon, and you guys can start to develop an early relationship where you guys start to talk, and it could turn into a potential business partnership. You know, he would potentially become one of your clients. So there's all of that there. Now, so we found one niche, okay? And so we've also covered all of our location KPIs for this first niche, and we've achieved most of our KPIs for our niche. After speaking with some of the businesses, we'll be able to understand this, and we'll get a good sense of number 4 as well. Are they competent? Do they seem like they know what they're doing? And that way, we can know, yeah, we're getting into what looks like a good business deal here. And let's jump into the rest of the system here, because this was only one niche. We've already started to look at different locations and think about them based on climate, based on what kind of activity happens in certain places that doesn't in others. How can you use the weather to your advantage? Okay? Because the more creative you get about this, and the more you think about it, obscure niches, and play around with it, the better you'll be able to find obscure niches. And you may find one that just really works out for you. I'm talking thousands and thousands of dollars a month. Because there are a lot of them. If you just start to even type around a couple letters here and there in this search bar, you know, we can find all different kinds of niches, potential niches. But for now, let's stick to our preferred niches. Okay? So, we need to choose 5 niches in our location. Another one would be driving school. Okay? Quickly plug this in now. And at the same time, I can grab another niche. And be able to see they don't have a lot of backlinks, right? These neither does the massage club for the massage niche or for the driving school niche. You can see here these have no keyword difficulty, 0. And they have a great amount of search volume. So these look like they'd be other fantastic niches to get into. And yes, I do spend this much time looking at niches and really making sure to get it dialed in from the get-go, because there's really only 2 important factors here that change every time when we're building lead gen properties, and that's the niche you're getting into and the location has varying factors, because it is a little bit different city by city, and also the sale of the lead gen property. Building it and everything else in between, that's rinse and repeat. You can literally outsource all of that. You can literally build systems to have all of that completed for you. And we can see here, though, for our driving school niche, driving instruction, there's not many potential companies out here to send leads to. So this gets a lower score, as documented in the article by the infograph there under the second section. You'll see it doesn't have the enough business owners here. So it's going to get a lower score. And we can keep going on forward, looking for more niches into infinitum, sticking on reliable niches that we know already work. Alright guys, so in closing, how many niches do you need? How many 750 to 1,500 per month deals do you need to reach your goal? Okay? So I have some questions to close out here with, and it'd be great, go ahead and answer these in the comments below. and share with everybody else your thoughts and read everybody else's thoughts. What niche finding systems have been working well for you? How will incorporating this system allow you to save time and money and streamline your business? Being able to do a tactical assault like this is what I like to call it, where I find 5 niches in a city and just drop lead gen sites on them. Alright guys, so that concludes another video. Please let me know your feedback. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of this. Please get onto our mailing list if you're not already. Visit our website, oneclickinfluence.com, for more information. And until the next one, this is Mr. One Click Influence. I look forward to seeing you there. Out.